Hey guys, how's it going? Thad here with Iowa Budget RC, and I'm here with my, it's actually a Xinlehong 9125, but I have the Hosim 9125 body on this because the other one got beat up. But this is my favorite basher truck, and I haven't driven it in a while because I stripped the spur gear running it on 4S. And so it's time to fix this thing and get this thing back in action. It has by far been the most reliable, most fun truck that of this nature that we own, of the like Amazon style trucks. And this thing takes a beating and just keeps going. Even now with the stripped spur gear, running it on 2, 3, or 4S, it still runs really good and just makes some noise. So I also, that we like our scale bodies. I'm not a big fan of this body that's on this thing that these come with. I actually have 3 of them, so 3 of these bodies, I should say, not 3 of the trucks. But so I've got a 67 through 72 C10 body that I'm going to mount on it, and it's a Proline. It's actually 10th scale. These are 12th scale trucks, but as you can see, the wheelbase is a little short on the actual body, so it should line up pretty well. And then I'm going to put the tires that came on the Red Cat Scout on this thing, just because I think they look cooler than these, and these are starting to get beat up. The beads around the ends are getting broken from bashing it around and whatever else. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to have to cut the body out, put the decals on it, whatever else. This is actually molded in gray, which I kind of like, so no paint necessary, just put the stickers on and go. And here is the kit from Hosim. Whether you got a Hosim, a Blamaki, a Xinlehong, the legendary Legend, whatever, they're all the same. Some of them have nylon gears, some of them have steel gears. I got the one with the steel spur gear. I believe it's actually pot metal, but then it also came with diffs. I've already replaced the front diff in this thing because I thought the front diff was what was making the noise, but it is not. So while I'm in there, I'm going to go ahead and replace the rear diff, but shouldn't be that big a deal while I'm in there. So anyway, I'm going to pull the body off, start getting this thing apart, and I will bring you back. Alright, so these things have quad shocks on the back, so you got to take the shocks off, you got to take the rear bumper off, and all of these screws here on this top back piece around the ESC and all that have to come off. And then these 4 and maybe the 2 underneath that are on this plate have to come off, and it will all come apart, kind of like a WL Toys truck. So I'm going to continue on and I'll bring you back. Okay, so you don't have to take all 4 of these out. Just the top 2 with that are the A-arm pins, and then all of these cover screws up here have to come off and should be able to access the spur gear. One thing I wanted to note is, look how thick these dog bones are. That's part of the reason why these things are so dang reliable and so tough, is because they have such thick dog bones. Companies like Arlarlo could really learn from that, because that's one of my biggest complaints about my Arlarlo stuff and the Crowball and the Amarillo is their dog bones are like glass. I've beat the holy hell out of this thing, and I've never broken a dog bone on it. So anyway, just thought I'd show that. Alright, well, I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong now, but I do not see anything wrong with the spur gear. I've spun it completely around. The diff does feel a little crunchy when I'm spinning it, so I am going to switch the diff out. I should probably put the metal spur gear in here. Here is the dual 390 motor setup. It might just be that there was crap in here because there's crap on the gears and in the housing from running this thing. The motors feel really strong, really good. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since I have the parts, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it out. But yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with this thing at all. So it's got to be inside this diff that's making the noise, because like I say, I already replaced the front one. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I got all the debris and stuff cleaned out of there. There's still a little bit of clean grease in there. I'm going to throw some more of the Horizon Hobbies Marine grease in there, and throw the spur back on, throw the diff in there, and I think we'll be back in business. Alright, I don't know if this shows up on the camera, but the crown gear on the nylon gear spur is pretty darn worn, and looks totally different than the other ones. So you can see that it's kind of dished in, and so that was my problem, and that's where all the metal shavings came from on the ring and pinions. So anyway, that's what the problem was. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thrown in there, get the new diff gears put in there, and we will go from there. Alright, servo connection is hooked back up, motors are back in place, got grease on the top, grease on all the gears. I did not put any on the motor gears, but there's a little bit on the metal spur just because it's metal on metal. And all new bearings, new diff, so she's ready to go back together. Okay, so to put it back together, you just reverse the process that you did, and there's about 15 screws you got to put in, and should be good to go. So I will bring you back when I've got everything back together and we're ready to start cutting out the body. Alright, well, it's back together. Sadly, I can't run these tires and wheels because I need 2.2s, because the tires are the bead locks are hitting on the dang spindle there. So I'm gonna have to go back to the originals, or heck, maybe I'll put Grayson's Bigfoot tires on here. That's what I'll do. Yeah, man, that was the ticket. Those Bigfoot tires and wheels look good on there. So now I'm going to set this baby aside and clean my hands off, and we're going to get the body out of the bag and get it cut out and stickered up. Alright, so what we've got here is the Proline C10 body. That's a 72 Chevy C10, 67 through 72 body style. It is licensed by GM, and comes with the grill and the window stickers and whatever else you want to put on it. And here, let me take this off of there. As you can see, the wheelbase is just about perfect. I may have to raise up the body mounts, but I don't know that I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm going to get this thing cut out, and I will show you. Alright, so I am going to have to raise up the body, but man, does that look cool. It's just about the right wheelbase. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of it cut out and get the body mounts raised up, get it decaled, and I'll bring you back and show you how I'm going to punch the holes to get them in the right spots. Alright, so with the front raised up all the way, it's still not high enough, and the back raised up, it'll be fine. But to make this look right, I think I'm gonna make it look kind of like Kevin Talbot's monster truck, and just trim that off as much as I need to. Still got the protective coating on it, so I'll just draw with a Sharpie on there and cut it off. I'm gonna lower the back one down a little bit so it sits level again, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, well, it ain't perfect, but it'll work. There's going to be, when I get it centered, there's going to be enough clearance for it both ways when it turns, and decided to cut out the back too just to make it match. So anyway, I'm gonna get this stuff peeled off and get the decals on it. This is what I do to get the holes lined up. I center the original body inside and then mark the holes and punch them out with the body reamer. All right, our body is reamed, so now I can put all the stickers on. I did have to trim it up just a little bit more up here in the front. I'll probably have to do a little sanding just to make that look correct, but hey, it is what it is. Got to modify it if you want to have some style, right? So anyway, now I'm going to start throwing the decals on there, which basically they just have to be cut out and put on there. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll bring you back when I'm done. All right, guys. She's all stickered up. She is ready to go bash. Next time you see this truck, it'll be out bashing with the rest of us. I am digging this thing. What a difference between this body and the ugly one that came on it. The ugly half Ford Ranger, half Chevy Colorado thing. Man, I'm loving it. Is it perfect? No, but it's good enough for me, because it's just a basher anyway, you know? But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Thad with Iowa Budget RC. You guys have a great day, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.